Doug, what's happening?
You love Tom Brady. You secretly want to be Tom Brady.
No, I don't.
Tell me I'm wrong that Tom Brady isn't going to find a way to figure it out, even though we have no idea who he's going to throw to.
You're wrong. Absolutely wrong. You're those guys, and a lot of people in the NFL do it. They pick the Patriots every year. There was like a 10-year stretch when the Patriots didn't win a Super Bowl before the last two that they won, but yet people pick the Patriots every year. You know this, Doug. Teams like this that have sustained a long run and had success, when they usually lose it, the bottom drops out. It's not a gradual where you go from 11 wins to 9 wins to 7 wins, and then people say, okay, the run is all over. It's 11 wins and then 7 wins, and you don't make the playoffs. And this is where it is. I'm not one of these guys that likes to sound the alarm, but sound the alarm. The bottom is going to fall out. We saw it last year, their defense, 24th ranked. Did you see them get mopped up by a backup quarterback in the Super Bowl? Yes. Yeah, they're not that good.
Was the Eagles defense good?
Yes.
Did the Patriots punt in the Super Bowl?
It doesn't matter who won the game. Did they make the big play? Did they make the big play against Tom Brady?
They did. They were still in the Super Bowl. The question is, if you are not going to pick the Patriots, are you going to pick somebody else to win that division?
I might pick the New York Jetropolitans.
Please stop.
I'm not stopping.
Please stop. How many drugs have you taken?
No, I haven't taken any drugs. All I'm saying is at some point, everything doesn't work out, Doug. And Tom Brady has had, when you start the year with the AFC least that he's played in for all these years, with 5 and 6 wins to start the year,
sure,
it makes it easier.
Okay, so why would the run stop if we all agree? Like, look, the Jets are going to start a rookie quarterback, probably the start of the season, maybe early on.
Tom Brady's 41 years old.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Tom Brady won the MVP by default last year.
Okay.
And all I'm saying
he still won the MVP. He was still in
did.
Whether or not he should have won the MVP or not, like he won the MVP.
I got it.
Okay.
All I'm saying is that usually when a dynasty or team of success has the end of that run, it's usually they fall off the cliff one year. That's usually what happens. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Yes. But usually you can see signs of them starting to fall apart, and then
all the injuries, all the issues that they've had. I'm just saying, going in, you could go ahead and pick Tom Brady and the Patriots because it's an easy crutch for guys who don't want to look deeper than just take the obvious. The Patriots are the obvious. I get it in the AFC. I saw the Jacksonville Jaguars lead 20-10 going into the fourth quarter. Did they win the game? No, they did not.
Who hurt you?
Nobody hurt me.
Who hurt you?
I think he's been studying the law of attraction, and he's trying to just speak this into existence and manifest it. Is that what it is?
It's not,
you have a vision
your
board
fault.
of
Do you want to
the
hug?
Patriots?
Do you want to do the Goodwill Hunting thing?
What do you want me to do? Lay on the couch?
It's not your fault.
It's not.
It's not your fault. All right. What about the Eagles? Lane Johnson, he's like, look, I said what I said. I have no problem saying that
I love it.
What's the likelihood that they see the same success year 2 that they saw last year?
I think that they have a better shot at seeing success because what they bring to the table, if you told me Nick Foles is going to do what he did again this year as a backup quarterback and play this well, I'd tell you it's not going to happen, that they're not going to win a Super Bowl. But now you're telling me that Carson Wentz, who was the MVP of the league, has something to play for. That Super Bowl ring that he got is cubic zirconia. He wants the real deal. He wants to be the guy that leads that team. They got better. They made moves. They're not the underdog. Woe is me. Nobody respects us. They went and kicked the Patriots' butt in the Super Bowl. They beat Tom Brady. They should feel as confident as ever. And now they got their MVP quarterback who's going to be ready at some point. And he's going to come back. He has something to prove. He won't let them get fat and lazy because they won a Super Bowl. You know why? Even though he was on the team and he has a ring, he knows deep down he didn't win. He wants to win. It's the best scenario for the Eagles. That's why I like them so much.
All right, listen, it's a great point that you make. The counter to that is, yes, while he is motivated, I guess, one, when do you play him? He might want to play right away. Do you wait? Because you're like, look, you're going to be our quarterback for 10 or 15 years.
No, I got it. There could be a game or two. Okay, you don't have to rush him.
When you do that, and you run the risk of re-injury, you run the risk of him trying to prove how good he is, but then you have the rest of the team, which has its chest puffed out. Like, look, they were really good last year. Really good. They could have lost to the Falcons at home in week one.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. You want me to go down the Patriots? Patriots should be 1-7 in Super Bowls. I could give you the list of everything that happened to them that worked out in Tom Brady's favor.
And they could very easily be undefeated in Super Bowls too if you want to kind of go the other way to it, right? David Tyree catches a ball against his helmet. Wes Welker drops a ball that hits his fingers. Like we could do that. The point is
Tom Brady missed that throw to Welker. That was a missed throw.
It hit him in his hands?
No, it didn't hit him in his hands.
Did it hit him in his hands?
He had to twist
did it touch his hands?
And change his
Hold
body.
On. Did it touch his hands?
No.
Did it touch his hands?
Off the tip. That was an easy throw. Nobody was around him, Doug. You could take a look at that a million times. Skip Bayless is the biggest Tom Brady homer, and Skip Bayless will tell you Tom Brady missed that throw.
He did miss the throw. It still hit Wes Welker's hands.
It did.
And Wes Welker, I believe Giselle said it best, my husband cannot catch every ball that he throws. All right, real quickly, Kyle Kuzma thinks that people are undervaluing this Lakers bunch now that we see the roster. What do you think about what Kuzma's trying to sell us on?
I love Kyle Kuzma, the player, what he, his rookie year, what he did for the Lakers, but I don't think people are underselling them. I just don't. LeBron James, as great as he is, remember, that Cavaliers team last year is better than the Lakers team that is assembled right now as far as experience and guys who have been there, done that, won a championship. And they struggled. And I'm talking about struggled against the East.
Yeah.
And you're talking about they went 7 games with Oladipo and nobody with the Pacers. They went 7 games. This is with LeBron James against the Celtics with 2 stars missing, and it was a struggle. Now they're coming out west. They could be a 6th, 7th seed. People have them as a 3 seed or 4 seed. I just don't see that right off the bat. I think every team out west will look at them as a challenge, will be up for them game after game after game.
I agree.
There will be no easy games where people go, oh, the Lakers are coming to town. This will be a cakewalk.
Listen,
not at all.
You're actually helping make my point on the Eagles by making my point on the Lakers. The thing that we can't account for is the fact that every team or every fan base and every team has that game circled. Like there's 82 NBA games. Every game is not played at a high level. But when LeBron and the purple and gold come to town, it's played at a much higher level, right? Every seat is sold. And there's that. And they start out with a very difficult schedule. I think 12 of the first 15 games are against playoff teams from last year. But the big thing is you can't account for what a team is going to be like because they're going to play above their level. Now, LeBron's going to lift up their level, and I do think that the young players are going to be better because this is not a static environment, right? Brandon Ingram's going to be better. Josh Hart's going to be better. Lonzo's going to be better. Second year, third year in the league, second year in the league, they're going to be better, and then you add in LeBron.
You hope so. Kwame Brown never got better. There's players who don't get better, Doug, in their second year. Would you admit that?
Yeah, yes, you're getting better, you're getting worse. Is Brandon Ingram going to get better at 20 years old?
I would think.
Is Brandon Ingram going to get better or get worse?
I would think he would get better.
Is Josh Hart going to get better?
I would think he would get
Lonzo
better.
Lonzo
I'm not
Ball,
sure about Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo
I'm not convinced.
Lonzo Ball
I'm
is
not
going to get better.
yet.
Okay, so the point is, I think they're going to get better, and I think LeBron will raise their level, and I think their bench.
Can LeBron fall down as he gets older? Father Time is undefeated. Everybody thinks LeBron is going to win.
It's a great point that's not made enough. That LeBron James was not the same player defensively. He doesn't move, but he played more games, but he wasn't as effective, as active defensively, game in, game out, as he had been previously in his career. But like you'd admit, the Lakers bench this year, coming into the year, look, Lance off the bench. Lance is a starter, don't love. Lance is a bench player, love. Rondo off the bench, love. JaVale McGee, starter bench, love, especially considering he's bringing that culture that he learned in Golden State. My point is, I do think we don't account enough for how you're viewed, how the level of attention to each game. That's the big thing with the Eagles is they may be better, but everyone's going to be shooting for them because they're everybody's biggest game. And that's the same thing with the Lakers.
No, I agree with that at the Eagles, but I just think that you have a driving force when it's a quarterback who played at that level last year. You remember he ran through the NFL, and he was clearly the MVP before he got hurt in the final couple of games, and it cost them.
Yes. Look, Minnesota had Case Keenum as their quarterback, and they lost Dalvin Cook. Dallas Cowboys didn't have Ezekiel Elliott for 6 games last year. That changed. The New York Giants lost all their wide receiving core. Their defense was fighting amongst themselves. Their head coach was a joke. Like, their division is legit. I think the schedule and people's attention to them and the fact that, frankly, the NFC had a litany of injuries last year helped the Eagles, just as it probably helped the Patriots as well. And I don't know if they're going to get that benefit this year. Crazy Rob Parker, check him out. And I mean that.
I wasn't that crazy just today, was I? I was like on the money.
The NABJ, that's the National Association of Black Journalists, Journalist of the Year. Journalist of the Year.
It was a definite honor, and I loved every minute of it. And I was back in Detroit for it, so it was great. Thank you.
But by the way, you just picked you said I might pick the Jets.
I said the Jetropolitans. Are they in the league?
He's wearing a green tie, a green kerchief, and celebrating the national NABJ's Journalist of the Year said he might pick the Jets to win the AFC East. Words to live by.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.